Hi guys.
Hey guys.
And welcome back to our channel. We are the LWTO and we are happy to have you guys here with us. You know, we've been MIA for a bit and we can say is you see this
we
life.
Apologize, okay?
Okay, first we apologize, but you see this life, we must hammer because parenting and working full time, it's not easy. My brother, my sister, it's not easy at all. Bottom line is we're back and we're trying to entertain you guys like we usually do. And for our old subscribers, thank you so much for always returning. Like, we truly appreciate you guys. You guys are the MVP. Like,
thank you for reminding us as well that we haven't brought forth any video for a while. Yeah, we like we said, we apologize.
Okay? And for the new subscribers, as I mentioned, we are the LWTO, meaning living with the Oyetalas, and we try to document our life here in Poland, how we live as a family of four. And we talk about everything living in Poland, from being a parent to working and to just being a human being living in Poland. Okay, so please hit the subscribe button and then let's get to today's video. So guys, today's video is quite interesting to us because this is something we've wanted to do for a long time, but we've just never really had the time to get it done. And it's about our expectation as parents and the reality
versus the reality
that hits us as parents. And not just parents, but parents to two boys, an infant and a toddler. So
I always have a problem with knowing which one is an infant and which one is
0 to 2 is infants, are called infants.
Oh, okay.
So Zen is still falls under infants. Once he's 2 now, just throw him to the toddler. Anyways, grab your popcorn and let's gist you guys what it's been like for us. So we're going to start with brother. Tim.
I take offense.
Okay.
I take offense.
You have to.
No, you have to.
We're going to start with this amazing man, this wonderful, fantastic father. Oh. You've done to Vivi, Abby.
No, this is basically for Vivi. Yeah, I just learned that this is surprise. Surprise. I'm shy. I'm shy.
Anyways, so what was your expectation like?
Okay, real.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if guys really have expectations, but I would try my best. Yeah. But for me, growing up, I just knew I'll be a father one day. Hopefully, I'll be a father to a daughter. She disappointed me in that area. Yeah, please, I'm talking.
Okay.
She disappointed me in that area. Why? Because I grew up. Boys. You know, I've always wanted a sister, and then eventually this transgressed into wanting a daughter. Yeah. So I think my expectation was, I will have a daughter. I would take her for walks. I would one day take her to her first or her prom.
It won't really
but that's the thing.
Fire.
No, but come on, it doesn't. Look,
I'm just
let's face it, okay? If we were in Nigeria, yes, but bottom line, take her to her.
In Nigeria.
Yeah, but no, not the schools I came from.
Okay.
The schools like people's, but bottom line, take her. Take her out. My only girl. Basically, I think my expectation was to have a daughter. Of course, I was going to have. Hopefully, I was going to have male children, which God blessed me with. But I wanted my first child to be a girl.
So that was your expectation?
That was my expectation, yeah.
You wanted a daughter?
Why? I wanted a daughter.
You had sister issues?
I don't know. Maybe I had sister issues, yeah. But I wanted a daughter, okay? And she knows, okay? First, when she was pregnant the first time, I was like, okay, God, please let it be a girl. And she jinxed it. She said her expectation for first child will be a boy. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm revealing your own part, but yeah. And then second child. Yeah, she goes, I want a girl this time. I was like, in my mind, I was like, this one, it's gonna be a boy. And then the boy came out, and she, even at the last minute, was like, God can perform wonders.
Yeah. So the God of 0 hour. Yeah. Anyways, I think for me, my expectation being a mom was, what you should laugh for, was, I will have my kids. I always wanted to have 2 kids, a boy and a girl. Like, yes, I always wanted a boy and a girl. Like, my kids are, I love my boys. My boys are my world. Like, they're everything to me, okay? It's very easy Let's just put it that way. It's easy to deal with boys right now. And I wanted a boy and a girl.
Debatable.
Expectation was I wanted a boy and a girl as my kids. Like I wanted for kids, 2 kids, a boy and a girl. And I wanted this thing where my kids would be like so well behaved. Like when you watch movies and you have that kid and you're like, oh, don't, and he's like, yes, mama.
This is the lady telling me about me taking my daughter to a prom. I'm watching too many.
No, but seriously, like that's what I always expected. Like, oh, I have kids, and then I don't have to scream. I would just go like, oh, don't do this, and they'll be like, okay, mama. Even though they are going to throw tantrums, it will be really mild, like just on the minimal. And me and my kids would just be like, that kind of thing. Then my
I don't.
Yeah, my expectation was like, okay, I wanted 2 kids and a boy and a girl, which already in reality I didn't get that. And also I just wanted my kids to be this less tantrum throwers. Also, my expectation in life was when I have kids, my kids will not be picky eaters. My kids will eat whatever I give them. They'll be adventurous like me, because I'm pretty adventurous when it comes to eating. Like now, my mom would disagree if she's watching this. Like my family members would really disagree because they all felt like I needed to eat when I was reading. But let's just say I was tired of eating ona and rice. I wanted something more.
Okay, can I say something?
Yes.
Okay, she said something. I was just a thought just came to my mind. And probably there are a lot of ladies who haven't gotten married yet watching this video, subscribers and all that, but you guys should have, if you have the same, you had the same expectations like she had, you should have a list of adding as much as you're adding the criteria for the man you're going to marry. You should also, when you find the suitor, you're like, are you a picky eater? Are you, I don't know, because then if that was her criteria, why I'm saying this is I'm going to digress.
Horrible when it comes to eating. Go on.
No, if she had asked me probably, and then that was her criteria, are you a picky kid? I was like, yes, okay. I'm sorry, but we can't.
Like, Timmy is so not adventurous when it comes to eating food. Like, this man will go out, now we're digressing a little, but we go out and he's, no, you try it, I'll watch you eat it, which is not fun. Bottom line, let's go back to our expectation of being parents. So, for me, it was just, I was going to have 2 kids, a boy and a girl. My kids were going to throw tantrum. They won't be like the tantrum throwers like that. Let them just throw tantrums a little. Just, okay, maybe they want something, and then I could communicate better, like, okay, no, you can have this right now, and this is right. And they'd be like, okay, mommy, I understand with you. 3, they should not be picky eaters, And, by the way, our kids are just 4 and almost 2. So we really a year, and Zane is a year and 10 months.
Yeah, he'll be
2 in 2 months. It's going to be 2 in 2 months time. So
no, actually next month, because it's spring May, first of
okay,
May.
Yeah, so he's going to be 2 next month. Okay, so we haven't really lived so much as parents, but we can just see this far. So let's put that out there. And this is what people that had kids before us did not tell us about our expectation. No, my friend Twinnie, all this while all she used to do to me, then she'd be like, when I tell her things, then she'd be like, I just they look you laugh you that time when you talk about these things. As I can see her face laughing on her couch right now. So that was my expectation as a mom. And by the way, can you guys hear? Can't really hear anything. We've bribed them with tab.
Yeah, but probably snack. Now one wants the other. So
yeah, and if kids people just hear any noise, shall manage us. My last expectation was like, when I have my kids, when they are newborns, they'll sleep all through the night. I won't be that mom that was up all night, because I had friends, my sisters had kids, and I knew how they used to do the night video thing, like, oh, the kid is not sleeping. So that was my 4th expectation. Like, I was going to have my kid, and my kid was just going to be smooth sailing when it comes to him, like the first at least three months on earth, the trouble time for sleeping for them. So so now let's move to the reality of what hit us as parents. What was it for you?
Okay, for reality, I'm going to say something that might just trample on an expectation, because I wasn't thinking of moving to I mean, I was thinking of staying in Nigeria,
Yeah.
having my family in Nigeria. So definitely, the culture of having people around, with your kids, one way or the other, people around that will help you here and there, So this is where it transcends into to reality. In reality, the reality that hit me with the kids is when you're in Europe, you're raising your family, even if you have parents here as grandparents to your kids, it's not the same. Yeah, we do have grandmothers that take care of kids and all that, but that, accommodating family thing that you have in Nigeria, you don't really have it here. So that reality hit me here. And then it's even worse when you are foreigners that move and you left everyone behind. So the reality of raising your kid, because initially it was Zephan, the reality of raising your kid in a foreign place without much help, there's a limit. We know how we can talk about this at length, but bottom line, there's a limit to what you can get. So I joke about this thing every time, and it's funny, but at the same time, it's a real reality. The experience we had raising Zephan is different from the experience raising Zayn. People do say that the second kid, in most cases, is the one that really gives you the most trouble and all that. But I don't know if that's it, because I do know that if we had Zayn before Zephan,
I don't think we would have had any kid anytime soon.
We probably would have waited longer.
These boys are like this.
Yeah, totally different.
Like, so different from everything. Personality, looks, you name it.
Yeah.
Zephy was a very quiet, reserved baby. Zayn, mischief is his first name.
Yeah. And the thing is strange because Zephy was growing, I mean, at that age, Zephy was more
with
family.
All the kids.
Yeah, but also not the smiley baby.
Yeah, but
he was more of the, I don't know you.
And I'm not going to smile at you.
I'm not going to smile at you.
Like, hey.
Yeah? He was the, I don't know you, don't talk to me. He's growing up to be very, very accommodating, but Zayn is different.
Zayn he's a very
always smiling.
Always smiling, like
he has
so
a lovely
welcoming.
smile and very welcoming. But Zayn's good side is also equivalent to his mischievous, and well, not mischievous, because I'm talking about the fact that he's to his downside. Okay, when Zayn wants to nag,
or throw tantrums.
I mean, Zephan is like an angel. Zephan can have his own tantrum here and there, but Zayn's own is on a different level. Yeah, he's like
he has a degree. He has a PhD
in that. Yeah, it's strange to explain it without you really being here and understanding. And I'm sure most parents who are more experienced than we are, or people who are at the same level, or people that are even just having kids, you definitely experience yours and probably understand what we are talking about. But in all honesty, she did say if we were going to, she wanted 2 kids, 1 son, 1 daughter, and she wanted the son first. But believe me, if we had Zayn first, we probably would have thought really hard before
having another kid. As in, forget age or anything, like would have really thought. I think the last expectation I forgot to mention earlier was, being a mom. I always imagine like when I'm a mom and I'm going to drop my kids off at school, pick them up. I just had this thing like I was going to look a particular way, all dressed up, looking a little bit fancy. I was just going to be wearing maybe joggers and some hoodie, but looking really fancy and just looking very bougie, very posh. Aye. But you see, ba, there are days that I've left this house almost with my pajamas because I was like, these boys are still in school. Let me go and pick them. Yeah. In short, I've never had a bath because maybe I was probably working, and even days when I'm not working, maybe I was cleaning or I was doing something in the house. And for us, we have turns in picking the kids up. Like there are days like Mondays, CV picks them up. I pick them on Tuesday, Wednesday, it's in between Thursday, Friday. Like, Friday we pick them together and Thursday he picks them up. So on my own days, especially that Tuesday, for me, Tuesday is one of the busiest days at work. So I remember, and I'm like, I need to go pick these boys up. And the nearest thing I find, I just throw on. Some days I go and pick Zephy up from school, and then I'm like, oh, why are you looking like a mad woman?
Yeah.
Why are you looking like you're homeless?
Are you talking about even picking them? What about dropping them?
Exactly. Some mornings I'm like, why are you looking like you don't have clothes in your life?
Yeah.
Don't let people start GoFundMe for you now.
Yeah. It's actually even easier if we're working from the office, because we know we have to get dressed, then we do drop them off.
Mornings of going to the office, I always feel good dropping, because I'm like, see, where are all those parents that used to see me when I'm looking homeless? Where are you guys? So look at me looking all posh.
In the event that we're working from home, we know we're going to come back home, so I just
want to drop him up, because then when I know I'm working from home, I don't have to wake up like really early, so I take my time. That extra 30 minutes of sleep is and I hear the angels singing.
Yeah, but and then even moving from that, okay, expectations versus reality, especially when it comes to working and having kids. We all thought growing up, oh, we'll just go drop them in school, go pick them up, and everything will be fine. Of course, they'll close at 4, so you can pick them up. At your desired leisure, yeah, and then bring them home, and everything will be fine. Man, yeah. Or even if, well, we didn't even think, because there's one part of expectation versus reality that we couldn't have accounted for. The COVID period, where working from home was a thing.
Yeah.
Have you tried
concentrating
working from home with your kids at home? different personalities. Now, this one, I think we need to we could talk about this at length, but man, it is difficult, especially when you're in meetings, you're trying to explain something to someone.
Just have like something like, because during the COVID time I was teaching.
Yes.
I was teaching then. So I'm trying to have lessons with my kids. Webcam is on, it's Zoom. And that is when, for this one, it was always Zephy.
Yeah, because he was interested in what you were teaching.
Zephy, we open the door, and then my camera is on.
And he can see kids.
And he's smiling. But luckily for me, my kids were fantastic. And he's like, oh, Miss Ari, is that your son? He's so cute. And then when Zephy hears that, it's like, okay, people, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to him. Like, brother, this is not YouTube. And Zephy is just there. And I have to put off my cameras if he go, and then he's coming back after a few minutes. And the thing about it is, once Zephy starts doing that, Zane gets interested. Then Zane joins him. And
when Zane joins in, it's a different story.
That's
altogether.
the end.
Yeah.
I think Stevie was the one that suffered it the most when it came to Zane. Like, this man was working for 4 or 5 hours carrying Zane.
Yeah.
Because
it got to a point where I even started having issues with
your shoulder.
Even you
exactly.
And her mom, because they will call me like, oh, you're the one spoiling him. But I couldn't.
He's not home and I try to work, Zane wants the same thing. Please, people, look at me. Where do I have strength from to carry a boy for 4 hours?
Yeah, no, look, jokes apart, I was carrying this
and I think he's still having shoulder pains.
Yeah, I was carrying him for 4 to 6 hours daily, because that was the only way to pacify him. He was, apart from that, of course, in between, he might, run off somewhere or crawl off somewhere where I can watch him, and then he comes back. But then he wants to come back, and that's
he walked pretty early.
Yeah, Zane walked at 7 months. Yeah,
so 7-8 months. So
Zane was a fast walker. Yeah.
So you really couldn't hold him down. Like, he was just out there. Then I think the other, the reality that hit us also as parents, as I mentioned, I wanted a daughter, and then I had 2 sons, and I had to even chop off my hair so that I can just go with the gang. But then, that was heartbreaking. I didn't have a daughter. Even to the last minute, as Stevie said, I kept praying that, the baby that will come out of me will be a girl. But God, as I said, my boys are perfect. So God has plans, and God's plans is always the finest thing.
Like we will say every time, of course, expectations, it's not bad to have expectations. And doesn't mean that even if you're expecting something to be yellow and it comes out red, I mean, it's still wonderful, Let's not go biblical. Let's not go.
Exactly.
It's still wonderful. We are I mean, grateful for our boys, you know.
Uh-huh.
I mean, for her, she wants to plait hair. She can plait Zephy's hair because
Zephy's hair right now. I make Zephy's hair like I'm just keeping his hair and I
so
play with his hair.
are you going to make my own hair?
No. And I think the other, as I mentioned, the other expectation I had was my kids not being picky eaters. That didn't work. My boys are. Zayn used to be a picky eater.
But he's starting.
But he started a little because he's watching Zeph.
Yeah.
So when Zephy doesn't want to eat something,
Or
he wants
if
to be
Zephy
like,
picks out something from food,
yeah, he
Zayn
wants to pick it out because he's really watching his brother. Like Zayn will eat as much as Zephy is eating. So when they're on the table and they want to eat lunch, like you serve them, as long as Zephy is eating that thing, Zayn is eating.
Yeah.
The moment Zephy stops, Zayn will stop, even if he's not full. So I have to like literally go like, will you continue eating your food? Like, and
oh yeah, another thing is, I mean, in the food arena, our expectation was Zephy will eat meat.
yes,
Yeah? Because he was eating initially, but it's been over a year.
What are you saying a year? It's been over 3 years.
It's been over, okay, yeah. So since he came, it's been
Yeah.
over 2 years plus 3 years.
Zephy has
not eaten meat. And we are in denial. We are totally in denial that he is not vegan
Or
he's
a vegetarian.
Yeah, because we don't see a reason why he just stopped eating. And it's very interesting because even at school, his proprietress sends us messages. Sends us pictures of him eating food.
Yeah.
The last one was a meal of a vegan dish.
Yeah, he had a vegan dish.
He will not eat in the house.
Yeah, exactly. So he's eating in school. So I'm kind of getting happy because at least he's trying other stuff in school. He's watching his friends eat in school. So he's not trying new things. Like the last time she sent me, she's like, "Oh, he had chicken soup," and I was like, The boy obviously did not know it was chicken soup because because the chicken was shredded in it. He was just seeing the noodles in it and he loves his noodles. Yeah. But I was really glad he had that. I mean, he came back and was like, "Oh, Zephy, I heard you had rosso. It's good today. Did you like it?" He was like, "Yes." I was like, "So should Mama make rosso for you?" And he said, "Yes." I was like, "Yes." So what I do, because I know they are picky eaters, just to balance their diet, we have to like blend sometimes like the fish, the meat, and we just pour it into the dish so at least they get to have it. Even though you're not eating it, you shall have it one way or the other. And we already talked about tantrums, like Zephy throw tantrums now. And it's frustrating because he's 4. And and Zephy is very strong-willed. When Zephy tells you no, his no is no. So if you have any tips as parents out there, please drop it in the comment section. Let us know. Because you see this thing where they say, "Oh, there is this thing I recently came across. I can't remember the name, but it's all about you being a parent and you don't raise your voice at your kid." When I get the name, I'm just going to put it in the description. But some parenting stuff, I was going to read more about it. But it's like kind of an intentional way of parenting. Anyways, the boys are already screaming so much, so we're going to stop this video here today.
Tell us if you want us to continue, if you like this train of thought,
exactly,
if you want us to have more videos like this where we're just discussing,
and we'll let you guys know what it's like being parents. Okay, we have a video up where our kind of like parenting, the do's and don'ts of parenting in Poland. So make sure you watch that also. Okay, now this is it from us before the boys bring down the roof. Have a fantastic day and see you in the next video. Bye.